Imagine a place where fiery red rocks pierce a sky of the most brilliant blue. This is Sedona, Arizona, a place where the earth seems to breathe energy. Sedona is known for its stunning beauty, but beneath the surface, whispers of something else swirl. Stories of strange lights, tales of encounters that defy explanation. This is a place where the line between myth and reality blurs. Rachel, an amateur astronomer, felt drawn to Sedona's mystique. Escaping the city, she hoped to find solace under the vast desert sky. Her friend Ben, a steadfast skeptic, found himself intrigued by the stories. Clara, a true believer, felt certain Sedona held the key to unlocking the universe's secrets. And then there was Max, the tech whiz, always eager to test the limits of his equipment. Drawn together by curiosity and a shared love for the mysteries that lay beyond the stars. Rachel believed in the power of Sedona. She felt it in the air, saw it in the way the sunlight painted the rocks. It was a place where the veil between worlds seemed thin. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the group gathered. They met at their usual spot, a secluded plateau with an unparalleled view of the night sky.
I keep hearing stories, people seeing strange lights out here.
Clara, you see a shooting star and suddenly it's aliens visiting from another galaxy.
But even as he spoke, his eyes scanned the sky, searching for something out of place. They set up their equipment, the familiar ritual calming their nerves. As darkness fell, the stars emerged, a million pinpricks of light against the velvet canvas of the night. They saw satellites, shooting stars, even the faint glow of distant galaxies. And then, Rachel saw it. A flicker of light in the distance, different from anything she'd ever seen before.
Guys, look.
She pointed towards the horizon, her finger trembling slightly. All eyes turned to where Rachel pointed. At first, they saw nothing. And then, there it was. A pinpoint of light, growing brighter by the second.
It shifted colour from a brilliant blue to an eerie green, finally settling on a blinding white. The air around us seemed to crackle with energy. It's a UFO!
Even Ben, the skeptic, felt a shiver run down his spine.
The light began to move, not in a straight line, but in a series of impossible jerks and turns. An unspoken question hung in the air. Should we run or should we stay and witness this spectacle unfold?
The light danced across the sky, a celestial ballerina defying gravity. The group watched, mesmerized, their initial fear giving way to a sense of awe.
Then, as quickly as it had appeared, the light shot upwards, disappearing into the vast expanse of the night sky. Silence descended upon the group, broken only by the sound of their own ragged breathing.
Before anyone could speak, the ground beneath their feet began to tremble. A low hum vibrated through the air, growing louder with each passing second.
What's happening?
Max stammered, his voice barely audible above the growing hum. The hum intensified, resonating deep within their chests. Then, several smaller lights appeared, flanking the spot where the first light had vanished. They darted and weaved around each other, their movements erratic, almost frantic.
This is getting weird even for you, Clara.
As if in answer to Ben's words, the smaller lights suddenly converged, merging into a single, blinding point of light. The air crackled with energy, the hum reaching a fever pitch. And then, just as suddenly, silence. From the heart of the light, a figure began to emerge. The group stood frozen, caught in the grip of terror and wonder. The figure hovered in the air for a moment, its glowing eyes scanning the desert landscape. Then, it turned its gaze upon the four friends, and a cold shiver ran down their spines.
We mean you no harm. We just want to understand.
Clara, her face pale but her eyes shining with a strange light, took a step forward. Rachel felt a pull towards the figure, an inexplicable urge to get closer. A sense of peace washed over her, chasing away the fear that had gripped her heart only moments before.
Rachel, don't. We don't know what that thing is or what it wants.
Ben hissed, grabbing her arm. They were all standing on the precipice of the unknown, and something within her told her they were meant to take the leap. Ignoring Ben's warning, Rachel pulled away and stepped forward, her gaze fixed on the shadowy figure. Clara, emboldened by Rachel's courage, followed close behind. The air around them crackled with energy, and the hum intensified, vibrating through their very bones. As they drew closer, the figure extended a long, slender arm towards them. A beam of light, pulsating with otherworldly energy, shot out from its hand, enveloping Rachel and Clara in a warm, ethereal glow. Ben and Max watched in stunned silence as their friends were seemingly abducted, their bodies bathed in the otherworldly light. The light intensified, becoming almost blinding in its intensity. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, it stopped. Rachel and Clara lay sprawled on the ground, the afterglow of the light fading from their skin. They lay still for a moment, their chests heaving, their minds struggling to process the experience they had just shared. As the world slowly swam back into focus, they realized that something had changed within them. The touch of the light had left an indelible mark. It was as if a veil had been lifted from their eyes, revealing a glimpse of something far grander than they could have ever imagined. It was a brief glimpse into a reality beyond human comprehension, a fleeting moment of cosmic awareness that would forever change their perception of themselves and their place in the universe.
Are you all right? What did that thing do to you?
Ben and Max rushed to Rachel and Clara's side, their faces etched with worry.
We're fine. Better than fine. We've seen things.
Rachel and Clara sat up slowly, their gazes meeting for a brief moment. A silent understanding passed between them, a shared secret that only they could comprehend.
Seen things? Right. You two were probably just out here too long, got a little heat stroke.
But even as he spoke, a flicker of doubt crossed Ben's features. He had seen the light, felt the energy, witnessed the impossible with his own eyes. The drive back to town was filled with a tense silence. Rachel and Clara were lost in their own thoughts, replaying the events of the night over and over in their minds. Ben and Max exchanged worried glances, unsure of what to make of their friend's strange behavior. The experience had changed them. Rachel and Clara felt a newfound purpose, a burning desire to understand what they had experienced and to share their knowledge with the world. They threw themselves into research, devouring books and articles on UFOs, alien encounters, and the mysteries of the universe. Sedona, they realized, was a hub of strange activity, a place where the veil between our world and the realm beyond was thin. The question was, how to convince a skeptical world of the truth. Rachel and Clara felt a responsibility, a weight settling upon their shoulders. They had to share their experience. The world needed to know. They decided to start small, organizing a meeting at the local community center. They spread the word through flyers, whispered conversations, and online forums. The response was mixed. Some were curious, drawn by the promise of the unknown. Others were skeptical, dismissing it as a publicity stunt or a shared delusion. And then there were those who, like Rachel and Clara, had their own stories to tell. The night of the meeting arrived, and the community center buzzed with anticipation.
That night, it was unlike anything I've ever experienced. The light, the hum, the shadowy figure, and this overwhelming sense of peace that just washed over me.
And then I saw visions that made me feel so interconnected with everything around me.
The Q&A session that followed was a whirlwind of emotions. Some genuinely wanted to understand, while others hurled accusations, their voices dripping with anger and disbelief. Rachel and Clara did their best to answer honestly, sharing their truth even in the face of ridicule. The meeting ended without any clear resolution. The town was divided. Some believed Rachel and Clara, their stories igniting a spark of wonder and fear. In the weeks that followed, a palpable tension settled over Sedona. The whispers of UFO and alien encounter were now spoken openly, but they carried a different weight, a sense of unease that had not been there before. Strange occurrences began to plague the town. Pets went missing, their owners finding no trace of their furry companions. Unexplained lights flickered in the sky, dancing on the periphery of vision. People reported a feeling of being watched, an unseen presence lurking just beyond the veil of reality. Rachel and Clara felt a growing sense of unease. Days turned into weeks, each one shrouded in a growing sense of unease. The shadows over Sedona seemed to deepen, the whispers of strange occurrences multiplying. One evening, as Rachel sat alone in her dimly lit living room, a notification on her phone pierced the silence. It was a message from an unknown sender, Airport Mesa. Midnight. They know. Fear warred with curiosity within her.
Clara, you won't believe this. I just got a message. It's so cryptic, it says Airport Mesa midnight. They know.
We have to go. This might be the answer we've been searching for.
Clara, ever the believer, didn't hesitate. Her voice was filled with a strange mix of apprehension and determination. "We have to go," she said. "This might be the answer we've been searching for." Midnight found them at the base of Airport Mesa, their car headlights cutting through the darkness. The air was still and heavy, the silence broken only by the distant howl of a coyote. As they approached the mesa's edge, a flicker of light caught their attention. There, gathered in a circle, were a dozen or so people, their faces illuminated by a single lantern placed in the center. Rachel and Clara exchanged a nervous glance before stepping into the circle of light. A hush fell over the group as they approached, curious eyes studying them from the shadows.
You came.
A voice said from the darkness. A tall, thin man with piercing blue eyes stepped forward, his face etched with a mixture of hope and fear. The man smiled knowingly.
We are the ones who have also seen.
He said, his voice low and steady.
The ones who have felt the touch of something beyond our understanding.
He gestured towards the group, their faces now illuminated by the flickering lantern light. Rachel and Clara recognized a shared look in their eyes, a mixture of awe, fear, and a strange sense of peace that transcended words. These were people who had also glimpsed the vastness of the cosmos, who had felt the pull of the unknown and had come seeking answers. One by one, the others shared their stories. Tales of strange lights in the sky, of unexplained occurrences, of encounters that defied logic and reason. Some spoke of fear, others of wonder, but all of them spoke of a profound shift in their perception of reality. As Rachel and Clara listened, they felt a sense of validation, of belonging. They were not alone. Their experience, once a source of isolation and doubt, was now a bridge connecting them to a community of like-minded souls, all drawn together by the mystery that hung over Sedona. As the night wore on, the air grew heavy with anticipation. The familiar hum began to vibrate through the ground, a low, steady pulse that resonated deep within their chests. The stars above seemed to shimmer and dance, their light taking on an otherworldly quality. A collective gasp rippled through the group as a series of bright lights appeared in the sky. They moved with an eerie grace, their movements synchronized, as if performing a celestial ballet for the small gathering below. There was no fear, no panic, only a sense of awe and wonder as the lights drew closer. The hum intensified, and the air crackled with energy. And then, a single beam of light shot down from the heavens, bathing the group in its ethereal glow. In that moment, as they stood bathed in the otherworldly light, a profound realization washed over them. This was not about alien invasion or government conspiracies. This was about something far grander, far more mysterious and profound than they could have ever imagined. The light faded and the hum dissipated, leaving behind a profound silence. The group stood speechless, their faces illuminated by the starlight, their eyes reflecting a newfound understanding of their place in the universe. The shadows over Sedona had not vanished, but they had transformed. They were no longer a source of fear, but a reminder of the vastness of the cosmos, of the infinite possibilities that lay beyond the realm of human comprehension. Rachel and Clara looked at each other, a silent promise passing between them. They would continue to seek answers, to explore the mysteries of the universe, but they would do so with open hearts and open minds, embracing the unknown with a sense of wonder and awe. The story of the shadows over Sedona did not end that night. It was just the beginning. A new chapter in humanity's relationship with the cosmos, a journey of discovery that would forever change their understanding of themselves and their place in the universe. For in the heart of the Red Rocks, beneath the vast expanse of the starlit sky, they had found something truly extraordinary, a connection to something far greater than themselves, a glimpse into the infinite mystery of existence itself.